Very excited to get going, as the players are, and we'll go through all the typical things you have to the first 3 or 4 days before we kind of get into a rhythm. But anxious to get on the field and take advantage of these next 25 practices we got before our first game. So there's a lot of excitement and anticipation, and we're all working hard to get ready. Well, I think there's the whole team has developed a lot more trust within the locker room, and I think we truly feel like we've got some young, talented players blended with, I think, a senior class that's so far shown some quality leadership, and I think that the summer was good, the off season was good, on and off the field in a lot of ways, and I think guys are ready to prove a lot of people wrong. But more importantly, I think they're ready to go out and play and have fun and to go put themselves in position to win games. We had a few injuries in training, so we have some guys kind of coming in a little nicked up, like Skylar Stormo had broken a hand, catching a ball. Or landing in one of the, I can't remember, but anyway, that was back in early July, but he's already doing extremely well. A couple guys had some hamstring strains, 1 or 2 ankle sprains, but all things that may slow some guys down in terms of full practice the first few, 3 or 4 days. We want to take them slow. They're all gonna practice, but we want to take them slow and gradually build them into it. So hopefully by possibly practice 4, 5, 6, they're over that hurdle. I mean, he's made progress. Let me go back, but he's not going to be cleared to start camp right away. So we're going to hold him out and until he's good. This was a surgery we knew that could take up to a year to fully recover. So if he doesn't make a really strong recovery, somewhere into that first game week or so, then there's a high probability he could redshirt. We just got to kind of see how he responds over the next 3 to 4 weeks. A little bit. You always listen to other people's recommendations in terms of what they see. I think we try to work collaboratively as well as we can, and they've gone very smoothly. I think that we all, in some capacity, knew these guys coming in, and they've been nothing but a great benefit so far. Both Dave Unger and Steve Morton, and we just think we've strengthened our staff, and we got excellent experience on our staff. We got a great mix and great blend of coaches and personalities, and the one common trait is they all are extremely, extremely hard workers, and so I couldn't be happier with where we're at. He will be he's in grad school, and he will assume the graduate student position, so he'll be helping out our overall defense. That's the role of the graduate assistant, and he will assist Malik Roberson at times in the defensive line. So that's where that's at. Well, we've got some players that played in our system a year ago back, and we've got a number of players that didn't participate for a variety of reasons, primarily injuries, that will add to our team and help us be better on both sides of the ball and provide more depth than we've had. The other thing is we've got competition now at a number of the positions, not all, but we're starting to build the competition that all good programs have, which generally brings out the best of players. We haven't had that. We've had a lot of people absorb roles without the competition because there was no one else on the team. So now you're building better competition. That's one reason, and our players are getting now accustomed to our system, and our talent level's improving, albeit young, but it's clearly improving and bringing in kids that belong in the Pac-10 and can win in the Pac-10. Obviously, we want to win games and put ourselves in a position to go to a bowl game and eventually compete for a title. But right now, a good step would be to put ourselves in position to win games in the fourth quarter, and however many we pull out, we pull out. But you know, just be more explosive and on offense, and be able to make bigger plays on defense, and you know, the thing we've lacked is the big play. For 2 years, we haven't had the playmakers necessary to make the big plays, and what big plays do to you are momentum changers. And whether you're playing okay or not playing well in that particular game, a lot of times you need somebody to give you a spark to get that momentum, and we just haven't had that at all. I finally feel like we're starting to gather, and we'll be able to put some players on the field that can make big plays for this team to give us some momentum and change the tide if need be in games. And we need to see those types of things. We want to see those types of things. We want to see us get in the fourth quarter and compete. I think that'll be a success without question. Well, I mean, offensively speaking, I think, you know, obviously it starts with the quarterback position. So both Jeff and Marshall, you know, whoever's playing, you know, they need to produce and make some plays back there. Running backs, I don't know who. I mean, James Montgomery to Chance Staden to LaGuan Mids to Marcus Richmond, whoever it may be. Obviously, guys like those guys and a receiver, we need some of those veterans to step up. Jared Carstetter, Daniel Blackledge. We may need a Marquise Wilson or a Christoph Williams as freshman, or an Isaiah Barton. Those guys need to make some plays for us. Tight ends, you know, Andre Lentz, someone that hasn't played a lot of football but had an excellent spring, had an excellent summer. He's got the ability to make some big plays for us. And defensively, Kevin Koyman, obviously, he needs to play well. Travis Long, Brandon Rankin, you know, those guys, Alex Hoffman, Leandre Daniels, Daniel Simmons. Those are all guys that are young players that have only been in the system here, you know, 1 or 2 years going into their third or second year, and it's time that they can start making those kind of plays. The other guy that's very critical in this is our punter. I think Reed Forrest is one of the better ones, and he flat out at times, if he has a good season and we utilize him right, can help us win games. And you know, punting a dang ball with a 50-yard, you know, net is a pretty dang good deal. So we're just hoping we can get that kind of field position at times and turn the field over with his ability. Well, hopefully it's not because he has lots of opportunities, but I think that he is. I think there's some excellent punters in the Pac-10 right now. There really is, but I think Reed should definitely be mentioned as a candidate, and then let him earn it in the season. But he's got enough ability to clearly put himself in a position to compete for conference honors and possibly All-American honors. But he's got to have the season to do it. But the ability is there to put it, you know, to do it. No, I'm very excited for James and his teammates. I cannot tell you. You know, James was a guy we recruited when we first got here. We went through and only had a month and a half. We signed our class, and then he decided to leave Cal in the you know, the March area, April area, and then we went after him pretty hard. He was our next guy early on, and he had a lot of opportunities to go a lot of places. And when he committed to us, we knew he was going to give us a boost. And then to go through what he and we all went through with him last year was very challenging. But at the same time, now that he has the ability to suit back up and be back out there with the team like everybody else, you know, inside I couldn't be happier for somebody. I really couldn't. And very anxious to watch him just be part of the team, because not only when he has the ball in his hands, it's just even if he's on the sidelines, even if he's on that football field, he helps his football team. He's got great leadership skills.